Alright friends, welcome back to a new episode of Harstem versus 2, or the one-man army. I'm not quite sure yet what name I'm going to go for. All I know is that today we will be playing 2 versus 1. I already see my ally killing his own SCVs on the minimap, and he soon will be flying away his command center as well, the way that it's supposed to be in life. So, we're going to be playing 2 versus 1. My opponents are Diamond, my MMR somewhere like 3.8k or so. I'm not quite sure which base is better as my initial expansion either. I'll have to kind of think about that. Okay. I want to introduce you all to a new build order that I'm going to be playing today. Well, it's not completely new, but it is something that I haven't quite done yet in this series, I think. And there goes the command center. The reason why he flies away with the command center, by the way, and doesn't just instantly leave the game, is because if he instantly leaves the game, I will get his starting money, and any money that he gets with his SCV will go to me. I think part of the fun of playing 2 versus 1 is actually having the income of one player. So yeah, that's the main reason why we do it like that. I also don't want to tip off my opponent what actually is going on. I don't want my opponents to know immediately, hey, his ally just left or just killed himself, so I don't want this command center to actually die. I just want it to be floated into the corner. That's the little advantage that I do want in life. I want my opponents not to be aware of what is going on. I don't think that is too much to ask, honestly. Second gas gets taken here. We're going to expand to a third base really quickly, and then we have the option between playing a fast Dark Shrine or playing a very fast Oracle. Now, the beauty of the Oracle, actually, what are my opponent's races? Zerg and Terran. I think Oracles... Oh my good lord. What was that? I saw something moving on the map that looked like it was going to be Lynx. That's actually the nightmare scenario for me, honestly. Getting 12 boot or something along them lines. Maybe they went over here first. They're like, wait a second, there's nothing there. I saw something though on the map. No, I'm not going crazy. Or was it just the Overlord? Oh, it was an SCV! Oh no, I'm an idiot. I built a Zealot for nothing. I saw the SCV and the Overlord move in at the same time. I hope this is a third base. Otherwise, I'm getting link flooded. Which also would not be great. Okay, there's nothing here yet. So the Terran isn't expanding. Oh. That's a very fast factory. That is a really, really quick factory. Okay, well, we have this base already, which is nice. We see an Overlord over here. We're going to take that out. The nice thing... So I'm not entirely sure if I want a Void Ray yet or an Oracle. Oracle forces more out of my opponent, but with a Void Ray I can deny a lot of scouting as well, which is nice. And I can also poke in with just a Void Ray, try and kill a couple of workers. Also more used defensively, of course. So yeah, I'm not actually sure what is best. What I do know is best is to not lose any units. Yeah, we'll open up with an Oracle. Go into the Void Ray afterwards. That's going to be the plan for now. I might actually wall here. I mean, why not? Seems like a pretty wise plan. Going to move these 2 bad boys back as well. And I'm going to, with my Oracle, first go over towards the Zerg player. I think that will be the first goal. You can kill those workers more easily. They only get 2 shot. While on the other hand, of course, Terran units, they get 3 shot. The Marines, the SCVs, all that good jazz. Sadly, yeah, I think I need to build this first. Yeah. Just in case my opponent link floods me. This is like some safety that I need to introduce, just in case. It's of course not what I want. I wanted that faster Void Ray. After the Void Ray, ooh, I can take out 2 Overlords. I know there's one here, and I know there's going to be one over there. This is a lot of links, by the way. Up. Oh yeah, I even want a battery over here, huh? Oh, we have Hellions coming in as well. Double factory, actually. That's kind of interesting. Not very good, but interesting nonetheless. There's not that many workers over here. I don't think Hellions actually shoot up, my friend. Oh my god, but Cyclones do. I said nothing. Leave me alone. I was not bad-mannering you. Please. Let me just play out my game, mate. Okay, we have our Void Ray. Ooh, I want to go into Blink because I see Cyclones, but Blink also sucks, so I don't want to get it. Okay. What's up? Yeah. It's just some beautiful stuff right there. Up. Use the Zealot as well for some extra damage output. Ooh. I mean, we didn't kill all of them, but we killed a fair amount, and I think that is useful as well. The question now that I have is blink or charge. I'm going to go for charge actually, and not because I think charge is necessarily better against their army composition, but because it allows me to multitask more. With charge I can send zealots into different bays with prism, that's why I'm also getting the robo, not because I'm afraid of invisible units. Although I actually probably should be somewhat afraid of invisible units now that I think about it. That's a lot of units. And that was a good scan as well out of my opponent. Going to stick around here on top of the ramp. We'll get +1. First thing, look at this thing. Still floating over there. Uh-oh. Oh my good lord. And this is why you usually have walls. Now, the game hasn't necessarily ended yet. It just looks really bad for me. And it has pretty much ended. I wish I macroed worse. I really wish my macro was worse, because then I could use a super battery right now, but I don't have any energy for it. I really want to use the super battery, but... Come on. Come on. No, just no energy available for the super battery. Now, I don't actually think my... Okay, well, maybe... Maybe I'm okay, but maybe I'm absolutely not okay. I think I might have actually died here. That would be the first loss in this series as well. Which I obviously wouldn't like. Okay, so we cleared everything in the end. It took a while. I'm not sure what type of eco this was done of. And that is an... That's a great scan. This guy's like, wait, what is this? What's going on over here? Oh, buddy, I'm not too sure either. We're going to get our prism out. I love this type of stuff so much. I can just imagine both of these guys sitting in a Discord call going like, wait a second. If the command center is over there, does this mean that we've been playing 2 versus 1? And it's slowly but surely starting to get to them. And they start sweating a little bit, you know, because they know they're going to be made into content. No matter their win or loss, they're already content. Don't want to show that. I do not want to show that. What I do not know yet is that I have a Dark Shrine. That scan could have been on my Dark Shrine instead, but luckily it wasn't. Ooh, look at that. Actually moving around. I'm not so sure what I want right now. I'm going to scout, I think. Scout if there's any point of sending my DTs in over here in this general direction. Or if it is rather useless. I think it might just be rather useless, honestly. Oh, there's nothing here yet. My friends. My dudes. So we're going to drop 1 DT over here, which is useful. Actually very useful. Going to get... Okay, this one can jump into action a little bit later. And then we're just going to send these zealots over here. I want a battery in this location, maybe even multiple batteries. Muras, huh? Muras. Okay. What do I want to do against Muras? I haven't really thought about that yet. Do I want Blink, maybe? Yeah, well, we killed quite some crap over here. Maybe we can get out? No, we couldn't move out of that thing. We have 4 bases. Was that Link burrowed? And did my... he misburrowed the Link next to my Nexus. He wanted to block it, didn't get it. Okay, we're 4 base against 5 base currently. My opponent has both of these bases. So we're still behind, but we're getting to a position where it might become somewhat playable, because my disruptors are starting to be built right now. I probably want to get some Phoenixes to deal with the incoming Muralisk. I mean, we've scouted them, so it is not too crazy to think that they might also be coming. We already, I have to add as well, have something against Muralisk in the form of Blink. Oh my god, that's so many units. That is so many units. Yeah, this is a distraction. I mean, the super battery definitely is helping me out here. Not sure if it's helping me out enough, though. I think it did a pretty decent job. And now comes the run by. Oh. I'm going to run this around. Yeah. Come on, fight them. No. A-move him on top of my army, please, my friend. Please. Oh my god, that's so many mutas. That also means, though, if I counter these mutalisks, that is a large portion... Wait, this thing didn't even die. That's a large portion of their army. And mutas are pretty easily counterable by having way too many phoenixes. So, although this looks bad for me, because, you know, a very varied army out of my opponent, it might actually be possible that the mutas are a blessing in disguise. Okay, never mind. This is way too many mutas. This is not a blessing in disguise, my friend. This is not a blessing at all. This is painful, and it's not in disguise. This is just, it sucks, and it's right out there in the open. Like, I'm not quite sure what to say here, except this is garbage. Garbage in non-disguise. This is, oh my god, this is the worst disguise for garbage that I've seen in my life. Lost every single phoenix as well, because apparently after 15 years of playing StarCraft, I still can micro any of my units somewhat effectively. Now, he is also losing a lot of mutas, and my worker count is surprisingly high still, because I'm spamming workers like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Which, honestly, it probably is what I'm supposed to be doing, so yeah, that is the correct call. I'm going to need way more phoenixes here as well. I was really afraid of something happening at the front while this was going on, by the way. Like, that's why I did not immediately just send everything over, but eventually I did, because I kind of panicked. You know, I don't have the perfect army splits. I'm not going to pretend like I do. The fact that I didn't have a battery in every mineral line also didn't really help me. I will try to go for that right now. It wouldn't surprise me if he completely switches out of these mutas as well. And I'm going to be stuck with like 40 supply of phoenixes that have no purpose. Actually get a fleet beacon in case that happens, because then we can transition into carrier maybe. I also want to be out on the map right now. And I'm going to check if there's any extra bases. Like, if I'm actually up in bases... Oh. Okay, let's gamble. Where do you think it is? Got him. Couldn't build my nexus, so... You know, there's something burrowed. I think it's going to be more mutas, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's going to be more mutas. I'm not... I have crap upgrades as well, don't I? Oh my god, why can't I build this anymore? Corruptors. Corruptors actually, quite frankly, completely useless here. We have a lot of phoenixes, which is nice. Also have a fair amount of disruptors, which is also really nice. This also feels pretty good for me. Whoop. Want more zealots maybe for some tanking power, especially against the links. We are going to lose that thing, which sucks obviously. New disruptor shot coming out and boom. I think we win, no? Am I crazy for thinking that we're winning? We have 6 bases right now, but not really properly managed that. But, I mean, what's the upgrades there? 2-1. It's not good enough to fight my Zealot army, and I could also add some DTs, I think. Yeah, I don't really want to lose those. Don't really want to be losing those. But yet here I am losing them. And that was a little bit sloppy. Just have to admit that. But I just don't think there's enough Terran and Zerg here to beat my massive Protoss army. What's that noise I'm hearing? I was hearing like a spine shooting. What was that noise? Oh, maybe it was just in my head. Sometimes I wake up screaming in the middle of the night as well, thinking I hear like Mutas pop in my main base or something like that. If you play StarCraft for too long, weird things start happening with your brain. Don't trust the people that tell you that playing StarCraft is good for you. It's a lot of things, but good for you is not one of them. It drives you absolutely nuts. After all you can think about is freaking StarCraft. You're thinking about build orders when you're at the hairdresser. You forget to tell them what you want and you end up without any hair whatsoever. Might have happened to me. Yeah, okay, this game is over. They are allowed to leave, but right now they're coming to terms with the fact that I got them. This was a really sick game though. I actually think that they did a relatively good job in the early game with an aggressive 2-base push. That is exactly what you want to be doing. Their mistake was the attack on my 4th base into the super battery. Had that not happened, they would have had 2 extra bases over me, and it would have been fantastic. Also, although Mutas sound like a fun idea against someone that is playing 2 versus 1, because you can kind of spread them thin, you know, with your multitask, it also means that one player just kind of has a useless fighting army. If 2 players build a sick fighting army, so like one player has like Brood Lords and the other dude is playing, well, in this case, Mech, like this, if these Brood Lords were faster, I actually could have had some real issues breaking this, because I'm mainly relying on disruptors initially, right? Luxury is going to get taken out here. Up. I mean, now these Brood Lords. Oh my god, there's actually so many Brood Lords. That's a crazy amount of brutes, huh? That actually is a crazy amount of brutes. GG! As we win another game, and I'm actually not quite sure what MMR my opponents were here. Ooh, we've been promoted! To Diamond 1. Nah, that's nice. 94 MMR in the pocket as well. We're currently 3,677 MMR. Pretty happy with that. Look at that. Overview. APM. You see the APM? 351. It's not too bad. I did better than my average. That's truly what matters. My friend had 20 APM. Also not too bad. And alright, let's just hop into our second game. I have a feeling I'm getting sniped here. I just have this weird feeling that these 2 players know what I'm doing. For the people who do not know, Demi is a Grandmaster Zerg player who is about 5.9 or 6k MMR on the European ladder. And Riser is I think a challenger player who who qualified for North America at least once. Like very, very good player. And I know Demi qualified a bunch of times as well for the Oceania one. So yeah, this is going to be quite difficult. I'm curious to see if it's going to work here against 2 Grandmasters. I have a weird feeling that it's going to be a little bit harder than the last few games. But that just adds to the charm, doesn't it? I mean, this is the reality of the ladder. No, die. For the people who are not aware, Uthermal and myself, Team Netherlands, managed to qualify for the round of 8 of the Nation Wars. So that's what they're congratulating me on. It's very nice of them, of course. Now, alright, what are we going to be doing here? You see a probe moving towards the far left side, which is odd, to say the least. That is a gate that finishes up. Maybe he's going to take a Nexus over here. I mean, it is a possibility, I guess. It would just be kind of weird. We'll see what Demi is doing. Wouldn't completely surprise me. If it is something stupid. This is fast. This is really fast. I'm going to have to wall here. The question is, what will I wall with? Is it going to be a Stargate, second gate? What do I really want to play here? I have a plan. I have a plan, and I do not think it's going to work. Plans are not necessarily supposed to 100% work. That's the beauty of a plan. They can also fail every now and then, you know? That's how plans also sometimes work. Sometimes you just lose the game. That's completely fine. It's not what I'm aiming for, but it's a possibility, you know? Sometimes you just have to accept that possibility. What is going on? Maybe they weren't aware. No, I can't allow him in. Cannot allow him in. Okay, Dark Shrine. Huh? Yeah, where is my friend? Oh no, I can't show this. I can't show this. No! Oh, I even had the probe there to fully wall. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot in New York. Woo! Okay, this game is really, really over. Oh my god, this is so rough. Yeah. I think the plan could have technically worked. They had no detection. If I get the full wall, they still have an Oracle, which is detection. Yeah, the Oracle actually would have provided plenty of detection. This just, yeah, I mean, they're both Grandmaster players. They're only like 400 or 500 MMR worse than me. Slightly unrealistic for me to win, but I'm glad I tried anyway. And if I'll get them again, I'm gonna try again. I'm not giving up. Our first loss here in this series, and oh my god, they're 4-5-88. They didn't even get any MMR for this, and I lost 2. That is ridiculous. That actually is ridiculous. They got no MMR from this. Well, alright. We're gonna search again and hope for a better game number 3. Alright, now we get 2 Zerg players on Nightscape. And I think their names combine into Will Fire Anyone, or Anyone Will Fire. I'm not quite sure what any of that means, but it sure sounds interesting. And because both of them are Zerg, I'm straight away going to start with a wall here, I think. I think that's one of the things that I really should have done slightly better already. Just haven't been too well prepared so far in dealing with this type of crap. Okay. I think I might also resort back to the 17 Nexus. I really liked how much money I got with that opener, while still being somewhat somewhat okay with my tech as well. And there's not that many risks that you have in the early game of a 2 versus 1. I mean, like, I'm just gonna be honest here. Like, if they're planning on all-inning me, I'm probably gonna die anyway, right? Like, if they have some... Well, maybe I can actually hold, who knows. I don't think this hurts my chances too much. I think I'll be fine. Alright. We're gonna get our first Nexus down. An exciting moment in the life of any probe. Because he creates life by building a Nexus, which can create more life. So the question of the chicken and the egg, but then it's the probe and the Nexus. Who came first? Personally, I believe it's the probe, but it's just my opinion. Okay, that seems like a normally timed hatchery. Got to go over here. Not entirely sure how to wall this wall, by the way, but I think I'm doing it fine. I think I'm doing it correct. Can build another building in the wall. And because I'm kind of getting tired of playing Stargate every single game, I'm not going to be doing this time around, because both my opponents are playing somewhat of a standard opener. Let's open up with charge. Like straight up charge. And then we can always follow it up into a Stargate, you know, if we really want to. If we don't want to, we don't have to. And that's what's important as well. The fact that we have a choice. We always have a choice in life. You can choose to do the right thing, which is playing charge, or you can play Oracle every single game, which is not the right thing. Kind of wanted to chrono that as well, actually. Should have probably done that a bit faster. Yeah, we'll just rally this over here. I'll get a Maybe a 4-gate charge or something along those lines. It actually sounds somewhat exciting. I like the thought of it as well, just a 4-gate charge. Ooh, excites me just thinking about that. Yeah, 4-gate charge. I really do like the thought of that. This one's going to build a second gateway. And I think that will almost complete my... Oh, that actually completes my hull. Nice. The way I estimated is that it would look exactly like this. Alright, yeah. I kind of thought it would look like this, and it does look like this. That's exactly how I wanted my wall to be. You know, just beautiful, solid. Exactly how I imagined it. Okay. I'm going to need 2 more gateways at this point, though. And I'm also going to need to start charge soon, because if you're rushing charge, one of the big things in your build is going to be the charge research. Might not come as a surprise to lots of people, but maybe some people will be like, oh, that's new info here. Harstem hadn't shared before. Going to kill 2-3 workers. We'll go for 3. I could have stayed and gotten more kills, but then I don't have anything at home to defend. And if they send over a bunch of units, I might actually end up dying. Which also usually is considered a bad thing. If you're trying to stay alive, is to not have any units at home. So, we'll go home right now. Also start our 3rd base, I think. Maybe we get a couple of warpins first. I'm never so sure what I want to do. Because I don't really have a plan for this type of stuff. Maybe we should get a 2nd prism as well. How does that sound? I mean, it doesn't sound bad, honestly. Not to me, at least. We'll start with an observer, though. Now, what will the observer do? It will allow me to figure out what my opponents are doing, which is pretty important. Oh, oh. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I can't access it! Okay, when's my charge finished? My charge is finished now. I can't lose this base, I just realized. Because I cancelled the other base. Maybe if I clear every single worker here, we're okay. DTs, maybe? Yeah. Why does he already have a spine crawler? Why do both of them already have a spine crawler? I do not like that whatsoever. No spores though here yet. This is going to make life really difficult for me. I wish I had my my buildings in different positions, my batteries, huh? I just can't do any damage there. That's just the reality of things. Maybe I shouldn't have sent my prism across the map after I spotted this. Just try to defend. Huh? Maybe that was the play here. But also maybe it wasn't. You guys go there. This one needs to stay here in case I ever do get my Dark Templar out. I mean, I don't even have enough production anymore. Come on. There we go. It's just so hard because I'm being outmined 4-fold right now. Like my opponent is literally mining 4 times as much as I am. Okay, we're going to move in here. I also lost my main nexus apparently. Yeah, we're just super dead. Ah! The first bumps in the road here. The double Nidus is a build that I hadn't expected. I guess this is why Oracle might be somewhat just slightly better. It allows me more vision. Like my Oracle would arrive at like what, 420? I guess similar timing where this thing would enter though. Could have maybe scouted more with my adepts. And I saw the extra gas already going down. I mean, yeah, the Nidus network literally starts as my Oracle would arrive, I guess. Still probably would have been better. Would have had a faster third base. Maybe Dark Templar drop is better. Could allow me to at least deal a lot of damage. Is better defensively as well. It's so difficult. I should have had my batteries in this position, by the way. That way I could have defended in front of my Nexus and could have had a lot of production left over. Faster Dark Templar Shrine also would help. Alright, we're going to play one more. Then see where we'll end up in the rankings. Minus 66. These guys were 3-8 as well. Seems like I'm currently kind of between 3-5 and 3-8. Although it didn't feel like these guys were a lot better. They just picked a very good build order against what I was doing. So let's go into game number 4. Gunterin und Alpha. Both in the same team as well. In team CYG. So they're probably familiar with one another. As my ally starts working on the difficult problem. How to kill SCVs the fastest. Who is the strongest of all? Who's the king amongst SCVs? The idiot king. The survival of the fittest. Who's the fittest? Put my money on this guy. Oh, yeah! Put the money on the correct player here. Very nice. Boom! Into the command center you go, my friend. No. Come out. Oh well. Yeah, come here. Idiot. No, he's gonna fall for that trick again. I don't even know why I find that type of stuff so funny. I wonder what he thought the surprise was going to be. He must have had some clue what I was going to do to him, no? There's no way. There's absolutely no way that this should work. Oh, I haven't scouted yet. That's an actual mistake. Get a little bit more gas maybe as well. Double 12 would 100% kill me as well. I just like to tell that to everyone right now. That's me being that against a straight up 12 pool. Double 12 pool. Even single 12 pool would be really hard to deal with. Not because I don't know how to be 12 pool, but because all of these ramps are tricky to wall. And on top of that, another reason why it would be hard to deal with is because then the other guy is just getting the second player in the team gets a way bigger lead. Because one person still has decent eco. Okay, that's normal timing. Okay, you go over here, buddy. Yeah, I think I almost need to start with a Void Ray, honestly, against double Zerg, no? Because I get to kill so many freaking units for free. I think that's something that they might underrate. Oh my god. I can't even fight the links in the middle of the map. This has never been an issue in my life. Okay, maybe I'm fine. I mistargeted once there, though. Kind of sloppy. Also, the beauty of playing a Void Ray opener is that your first two adepts can actually deal some damage. And dealing damage in the early game, yeah, that's something I'm generally quite down for. Okay, this one's gonna get sniped as well. I'm just trying to put mental note of where all these stupid overlords are. Or maybe I can use the command center for scouting overlords. I think that should be allowed, right? I think it's allowed. I'll allow it. I mean, it's literally my Siri. I can do whatever I want. No one can stop me. I keep forgetting that by the time people can say something about it, this video is already out. It's too late already. It's been produced, my friends. Shoot it. Adios, my good friend. Yeah, no shot. This feels pretty good for me. Killed a bunch of links at least to start with. Goes up with a fast Twilight Council. My teammate might actually be AFK. Oh, there was one. Did not realize there was one over there. Oh my god, there's so much money already! They actually have pretty decent macro as well. I'm not sure if being surprised is the correct term that I have here, but it worries me a little bit that these people actually have pretty decent macro. Because it just makes life really tricky for me. I'm going to open up with this straight away. Yeah, might as well send them over. Get a forge as well. Just going to continue flying around with my with this void ray. You just know there's going to be a couple of these dudes parked around, you know. Creep Threat also is looking pretty fly, I have to admit. You can see the difference in skin on the queens as well, which I'm not quite sure why that is interesting, but I thought it was pretty interesting. That's why I mentioned it. Oh no, that's dead. No, it stayed alive. Double Evo, that's not usually very good actually. Do you have +1? No way. Good lord. It's going to be quite a task right now. This is bad. This is actually really bad. For my opponents. This was good for me. Because now I can pretty easily march across the map, which is exactly what I want in life. Second forge as well. Ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. I mean, we're just going to need to deny a crap ton of creep. It's just the reality of things here right now. And as my opponents are not quite ready yet for this push out. Okay, there's nothing there. This base is going to get cancelled. That is something of a start. What do we have over here, buddy? A lot of links. No? Am I afraid? Yes. How afraid? I'm not sure yet. Well, I'm currently down at least 2 bases of what I'm aware of at least. Once I get this one, I'll only be down a single base. The question is, how good is their macro? Are they using the money that they have efficiently? That's a good question, of course, to ask. I want to know what they're doing as well. I mean, we have complete map control. Okay, he's going for this base, which is a mistake, because I can kill that base. I'm currently lacking some vision on what their units are going to be. That is one of the main things that I wish I had right now. Like just a general idea of what their units are going to be. We're going to go up to like maybe 100 workers or so. And then try to trade with armies over here. Is this one army? No, these are 2 armies. That is interesting. Because that means one player hasn't spent any gas yet whatsoever. Oh! Well, that's where the gas went, I guess. This is really difficult. And I'm not quite sure why that surprises me. Like, this is really, really, really tricky. Feels like there's nothing I can do against this. Just don't have enough money. I need more harassment damage. It's the only way. Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting owned. 2k minerals in the bank. Okay. Yeah. At the 4-minute mark, I'm already down like 3 bases. Because I'm on 2 base and they're already on, well, 6. So I'm down 4 bases. And usually I'm down like 1 base. 2 base, I don't even know how it works. It just felt bad, is all I'm trying to say. And the pure Mura, maybe the Mura is not as bad as I thought it would be. I need faster pushes. This was too slow. The pressure was too slow. Too safe. I need more aggression on the map. I lost. Alright, I'm going to think of some build orders for next week. We'll leave it with this for now. Minus 53 points. These players were about 3.8 as well, 3.750. It seems like there is a big difference between the 3.4 people and the 3.7 people. Because it's 2 times 300 MMR. It really does matter. That's going to be it for me today, though. Thanks all for watching. I hope you did enjoy it, despite the relatively poor results. 1-3 score, I think it was. Happens to the best. I'll see you all next time for a new video. Thank you, and bye-bye.